It's been almost forever. I feel like the last time I had a chat with y'all was way before quarantine. And y'all know we've been on quarantine for 5,685,600 minutes, okay? I am sick and tired of Miss Corona and Miss Quarantine. But I guess, things are starting to look up as today, May 20th. They're gonna start opening things up back in the state where I am, and it's a little scary. Only because they did a light reopening last Friday, which was I think the 13th or something like that. And baby, these people were waiting at the door for the beach to open up. I just really don't get it. I mean, I understand that staying in the house it could be a lot, especially to your mental health, but my physical health is a little bit more important to me than my not even more important, it's the same, but at the same time it's like, what do you do? Me being retired and somebody that doesn't have to go out, all I do is like to travel. It's killing me because I can't hop on a plane and go to Mexico and just lay on the beach, but to see so many people outside on a light reopening, not adhering to the social distancing, requirements. It's a lot to see that on in an article, and then a week later you're like, "Hey, we're opening up everything, but you got to stay 6 feet apart." At this point in the game, I feel like if you're gonna get coronavirus, you're gonna get it. That doesn't mean just live your life freely and just be out here willy nilly like you were before. Everything is going to change, especially the way we live life. And for somebody like me, I don't want to go out there right now. I mean, my basics are taken care of. I definitely will need to go to the supermarket, but to be out here standing on a line in front of DTLR, girl, please prioritize, because I'm pretty sure that everybody that's on unemployment and that's making more money than the people that are actually working right now don't know what to do with that money. Ain't never had that kind of money coming in. But y'all out here, DTLR. Whoo, child, Jesus be a savings account. One of the good things I will say that's come out of quarantine, though, is the fact that I've grown closer to a lot of people. Um, Not to say that we weren't close before, but having more phone conversations and more video chats and the topics that we're discussing, it really opens up my eyes and my mind to the type of people I keep around me and why they're still here. You could have a friend that you met 10 years ago, but never really get to know them until your relationship progresses. And I appreciate everybody in my life that I've gotten to know over this last, what, 2 months. Um, I appreciate that. But one of the main things that I've been doing since on quarantine is binging TV. I went ahead and just, signed up for every streaming, app. I mean, something got to be on one of those to watch. And I've been watching Motherland Fort Salem since the beginning, since it premiered, I want to say maybe last month or 2 months ago. And baby, the season finale was yesterday or 2 days ago, and I've watched it about 3 times since it aired. And I'm still shooketh to my mother fucking core. I mean, I'm not sure what everybody else looks for in a TV show when they start watching, but this show literally gave me everything. And I didn't realize it was giving me everything until the last episode. This is the type of show that you really got to watch from the jump to really understand what's happened in the season finale, because they don't make it easy for you to just know. And that's what I love about the writing, is that it's not predictable. I could go into the main characters about who I love and things like that, but I will say I don't want to take too much time because I could talk about these characters all day. But what I will say is that Abigail, a bad bitch, a bad fucking bellwether bitch witch. Do you hear me? Like, In the beginning, she just came off so hard, like, I'm this girl, my name holds this much weight. And then through this season, you see her become more comfortable and fall into her place as a leader, not forcing herself there because of her last name, but growing and evolving with Rael and Tally to a point where it's like, okay, this is who I am. And then you have Rael, who I honestly, she's been my least favorite until the season finale. I'm not sure why. It's something about her I just can't get into. Love her for what she brings to the show, but I really need to get into her character development a little bit more because she is one of the most powerful people in her unit. But at the same time, it's like, girl, your confusion is getting me confused too. So please help me out. And Tally, oh Jesus, Lord, I don't even know what to say without spoiling it. But what I will say is, please pay attention to her storyline. Like the little hints of what's going to happen to her at the end, it just blew my mind. Like these are little things that you never think about because it's like, oh, it's just a part of the story, a part of the script. But then you think back to it and it's like, damn, they said that. Oh, damn, I should have known this was gonna happen. I'm excited that I'm a part of a new stand base called the Switches, the stands of the Motherland Fort Salem show. And it's good to just have a little diversity in your timeline at this point. I'm getting tired of talking about music because the conversation is redundant and there are more people in music than Little Kim, Beyonce, Doja Cat, and Nicki Minaj. I'm just saying. But overall, Motherland Fort Salem is that girl. She's been renewed for season 2. And oh my gosh, I may not have entice you to go watch the show, but just please watch it. Please watch Motherland. I did mention earlier that, oh, it was great to get to know everyone again, and I'm loving my friends, and oh, quarantine has been great. But there is definitely another side. I'm not sure how many of y'all are quarantining with somebody or just you wanted company and they just seem to be there and not go anywhere and just stay. Whatever the case may be, quarantine has also had me get tired of people. Baby, as a human being, we all have needs and sometimes we just want to have company. It doesn't have to be intimate, it doesn't have to be sexual. Some things are better with company, watching a show, listening to music, playing a video game, smoking, drinking, things like that. So you gotta be careful, baby, who you invite over on quarantine. I'm not using any real names, and I'm gonna keep this story brief because I know this person is listening, and they're gonna try it. But long story short, I had a friend come over, let's just say last Thursday. Came over last Thursday, hey, we gonna hang out, spend quarantine time, whatever, chill, everything like that. Today's Friday, guys. 8 days later. Hey, you going, this, I woke up today and said, hey, oh yeah, I'm gonna head out. You getting ready to go too? Here was the response. Oh, I'm gonna just hang out until you get back. I don't need to be out there like that. Excuse me? You've been here 8 days using up my electricity, using up my water, and damn sure smoking up my stuff, okay? Now, if it ain't one thing that's essential on this quarantine, it is the Mary and the Wanna. I don't know about y'all, but everybody has their vice, and she is mine. So, I say this to y'all to say, I'm talking about this with y'all because I feel like as my people, I can say what I need to say without it coming back to bite me in the ass. But all I know is that I'm about to text Miss Mama and say, hey, be sure to have your clothes on within the next hour because when I come back, I'm gonna take you home. Okay? Sometimes when you want something done, you just gotta do it yourself. Okay, baby? You might have got here by Uber, but I'm gonna be a friend and have you save $27 and I'm gonna take your ass home. it is really draining on my mental stability to have somebody in my house that don't live there and don't pay bills for more than 3 days. I feel like 72 hours is a good enough time to spend any kind of time you want, whether it be boyfriend, girlfriend, family, whoever, and then get the fuck out. Don't you feel like that? Maybe, you know what? Is it me? It gotta be just me. I don't know. Is it me? Mm. My light bill is $29. The bitch is about to go up to 42 and I'm upset about it. Do you hear me? I'm upset. Whew. I just felt like venting to y'all about how on quarantine you could really not want to fuck with nobody either. Y'all feel me? Jesus. Every day I get up and I'll open up my Google Chrome or Google web browser because I love the cards they have there to show you like the recent news and stuff like that. Of course, news is all about Corona right now, but I actually subscribe to a lot of Marvel news and comic book news and stuff like that because I am a big fan. So I'm not sure I can contain my level of excitement or portray it to you properly. But the Fantastic Four and the X-Men are slated to be shown in either the upcoming Doctor Strange movie or the upcoming, the upcoming Thor movie. Now, Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness, or whatever the hell it's called, I'm here for that, but I'm just like, how are they going to bring in Fantastic Four X-Men? Now, of course, Doctor Strange is big on the multiverse, and he could definitely jump around and bounce around, into different realms and realities and universes, so to speak, and then bring a couple of people back. But I don't know, like, how is that actually going to happen? But this also opens up for the Illuminati because, Doctor Strange, Reed Richards, and Professor X were all a part of the Illuminati in the comic books. If y'all have not read that, please go read that. So I'm really excited about that. But as far as Thor is concerned, what I've read is saying that they're going to bring Silver Surfer into Thor because Galactus may be the new big bad. Baby. Y'all should have just had Thanos come after Galactus if that's the case, because, at this point, what more could you do past the Infinity Stones? Yeah, we have the Eternals coming up. We got all these multiple universes opening up, but then what? Like, I really can't see in my mind how much worse it could be than to snap half of everybody out of existence, everywhere, in existence. Like, what is Galactus gonna do? I just don't get it. But if this is a way to introduce the Fantastic Four, by all means, let's go. As for Thor, Love and Thunder, the Thor movies haven't been great to me. They've been something to watch or something to do as they come on or as they're shown or when they come out in the theaters. But me personally, I'm not a big fan of the movies. Still a bigger fan of the comics. And I am so disappointed that they bringing back Natalie Portman. If they couldn't have just picked somebody else to replace him, like, I just feel like I just don't like Natalie Portman. She looks like a foot to me. And to be quite the fuck honest, her acting isn't that great either. If somebody can convince me that she's going to be a good Thor, then by all means, jump on in and engage. But until then, Taika Waititi, whoever the producer director is, he should have just left her out of it and left her alone, because my feelings is going to be hurt. I just really would like to know more about the plot of Thor 4, though. Love and Thunder. Like, is Nick Fury going to do exactly what he did in the comics and whisper something to Thor? Or how is he going to become unworthy of this hammer? I feel like it's Chris Hemsworth's last movie, so they got to make this big. And I would really hope that this movie is bigger than the other three, because they were a fucking mess. Are y'all comic book fans? I seem to just be randomly finding comic book fans every day. Like, Twitter is that girl, and when I do get on her, I find what I'm looking for. But yeah, jumping and engaging this convo because I love chatting about Marvel. Not a big DC fan, but I love their animated movies and shit. And Aquaman is that dude. So yeah, let's chat.